How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast. We work together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and in this episode, we're going to talk about how to shift into your highest vibration. If you want to make the change, if you want to become the version of you that you know you can be, then this is going to be the episode for you, because we're going to talk about how to do that with a positive mindset. But before we get started, we're going to take a few moments to slow down, zero in. We're going to take some deep, healing, meditative breaths to help us align on the frequency that we want in our lives. So you can pick a word. It can be love, joy, happiness, abundance, whatever frequency you want. And we're going to take a deep breath in. And as you're breathing in, you're going to say that word over and over and over again. Really charge yourself up with it. And then as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself doing something in that frequency. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Well, we're going to take another deep breath. This one is about alignment, about getting ourselves in receiving mode so that we can receive the message that we need to hear today to get us in that positive perspective. So just imagine that you are surrounded by the most healing, uplifting energy that's meant specifically for you. It could have a certain color, a certain taste, a certain smell, however you imagine it. And when you breathe it in, it's going to charge you up. It's going to break down the negativity, the blocks, the weight, everything that's just been holding you back. And then once you exhale, anything that no longer resonates with you will leave you and you'll be in a more positive state. So let's go ahead and take another deep breath in. And out. So this is the last episode that will air in 2022. We are right around New Year's Eve and it is going to shift into a new year. And so I was thinking about what topic to cover. Like, what can I cover that will really help us make the positive jump, set our positive intentions, and become the version of us that we want to be? And so that got me thinking about what a new year is. Like, when we shift to 2023, we know, like in our head, it's a fact that it is now 2023. We cannot pretend that it's 2022 anymore. Like, we have all agreed that the year has shifted. But the year, the calendar, all of that stuff is invented by us. If no one invented it, we wouldn't be thinking about it. And the year, the concept of the year, would not exist. But how can something that we came up with as a human species be factual, be something that we just agree as truth? And if we can do that, what else can we apply that to? What if you decided, just as the calendar year changed, just as we do when something changes like the calendar, about your energy? What if you decided at this moment, you are now this, whatever that is to you, whatever this version of you that you want to create, that you decided that is who you are now? Why do we want to do those things but have trouble committing to being them? I think it's because most people allow us to go back and forth between who we're trying to be. Think about it. If you decide that you're going to go on this weight loss journey, you decide that you want to lose 20 pounds and you go on a diet. So you start telling people that your goal is to lose this and it's your New Year's resolution, and you start to do it. Well, like so many people, we start off really good. Our intentions are strong, but then life happens. And before we know it, we fall off. Maybe this is something that's happened to you, or it's somebody that's happened to somebody you know. It's so easy to tell people that, yeah, I started, but then I fell off. Or it's so easy to tell someone that has done that, like, it's okay, you'll get them next time. Our energy is okay with that being blunted. But if someone were to come to you a week from now and it's 2023 and they say, yeah, I'm still living in 2022, you would think at them like, what are you talking about? It's not 2022 anymore. It's 2023. What if we had that kind of hard line with our energetic commitments, with our vision and our commitment to who we want to be, to where when you say that is what you're going to be, that is the fact. And if you start pretending or saying that you're going to be back at where you are, nobody would be okay with that. Everybody would just say, no, you're not that anymore. You are the new version of you. that change has to start with us. If you want something to be true for you, you have to believe it, even if it just means doing the actions every single day to enforce it. So when you make a goal for 2023, when you make this vision, when you have this idea of who you want to be in the new year, commit to the actions that create it. Don't think, oh, well, I'm going to feel this way or I'm going to be more motivated next year. That is not the case. Motivation fades, but commitment, if we stick to it, will always keep us in the frequency. You don't need to be motivated to be something. You just have to be committed to the actions that create that version of you. If you are X, then you will always do things that result in X. If you want to become Y, then you have to start doing the things that will create the result of Y. And the more you do the things, the actions, the thoughts, the more Y becomes the reality. So let's make an arrangement. Let's agree that we are going to commit that whatever we decide to do, whatever we commit to doing, we will become it, and being what we used to be can no longer be the truth. When you start falling back into the old habits, you cannot give yourself permission to accept those. If you can decide that it's a new year, you can decide on the energy that you're in. People do it. It's rare. It doesn't happen every day. Most people don't commit on a long enough timeline to become what they want to be. But you see, the result should never be what you're chasing. Results don't make anybody satisfied long term. Results are only material in sense, because growth, when you're raising your frequency, is never ending. Once you hit that next level, you'll see that there's a new avenue of love. And then once you hit that next level, you'll see that there's a new way to love. When you get the next level, you'll see there's a new way for forgiveness, and it will always continue. So the result will never fulfill you. The thing that will fulfill you is being in the action despite externally what you get or don't get. I believe that this short experience that we have on this earth is exactly that. It is one experience that we don't really feel the beginning and the end of. Once we're out of the experience, we do. But while you're in it, you are truly in it. There is not supposed to be a break, a time to breathe, in sense. We can create that. We can create mindfulness. We can create times to celebrate and vacations and stuff, but you're still within the full journey. So start your level up process with a commitment to saying, when I decide that I'm going to be this, and I align with the things that have to be done daily to become that, it becomes truth, and I will not stop. Think about how powerful that person is. I will take the person that is committed to the actions no matter what over the person that's smarter, faster, stronger. Because on a long enough timeline, that person's energy will be so much stronger. They will be able to create so much more because they're invested in the actions. They're not invested in the material results, which are limited. The smartest person, the wealthiest person have already existed many lifetimes on this planet, and we don't even remember them. We remember some that are in the history books and things like that, but there are so many more that did such amazing material things that nobody talks about, nobody thinks about. It's just been forgotten. But the energy which cannot be destroyed has continued on. So focus on always leveling up your energy. Set those goals. Make it a commitment to be the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for listening. I hope this episode was impactful, and thank you so much for being a part of the Positive Mindset podcast this year. It's been such an amazing year. I was just doing some reflection on how many episodes, how many interactions, just how much growth has happened amongst all of us over this past year. I can't wait to see what happens in 2023. That's what it's all about. The one thing that we can all do is just continue to grow together, and I'm looking forward to it so much. And if you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode in the new year, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link in the description. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. So I appreciate all the follows there. And if you want to join the Positive Mindset Facebook community, there's a link right down below. Go ahead and join it. I've got some really exciting stuff that I really can't wait to share with you coming out next week. It's going to be exciting. It's going to give us an opportunity for growth, for learning, for development. So I can't wait to start talking about that. Well, thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next year.